I think it's time to discuss Alec Bohm here on the show, and we're about fairness on the Midday Show, right? And we had a discussion, I think, sometime mid-April. Are you losing patience? Are you done? Like all that with Alec Bohm when he was terrible. I mean, he was terrible the first few weeks of the season to the point where we were discussing sitting him down, not playing him every day, playing Sosa more. Well, I think in fairness, we got to say what's going on right now. Alec Bohm, he was red hot. We are looking at a player since his last 30 games. Ready for these numbers? Mm-hmm. 339 batting average, 878 OPS. He has hit 5 home runs, driven in 16 runs in his last 30 games. So the question is pretty simple. Are you buying back into Alec Bohm? Where do you come down? He is hot right now. The Phillies needed him to rebound. And he obviously has saved his season, right? Because it was trending towards awful. Mm-hmm. And he's now come back to respectability when you add April and May together into June. Are you buying back into Bohm?
I'm buying into about time. I mean, Bohm was one of those guys. I look at it like this. Bohm had a season, the year we talked about, where they basically carried the offense because we didn't have a whole lot. Then he had a season where him in the daycare, he went to the All-Star game, and then he kind of regressed a little bit. So to answer your question, Joe, in a long talking way, about time, because you needed him early on. And for the simple fact that he kind of regressed early on, I'm like, about time.
All right, well, it is about time. And look, I'm glad he's hitting more because they need it, especially with Bryce down. They need it, and he has been better and I'd say pretty consistently good offensively for the last month, I'd say, 30 games or whatever that is, a little over a month when you add in some off days. He's been good. But as far as buying back into Alec Bohm, how many times can I do the same thing? Like, fool me once, fool me twice. Like, we've done this. Alec Bohm has had many 30-game hot streaks. I've seen this 3 or 4 times over the last 3 or 4 years where he hits a good amount and you think, oh, he's figured it out, right? He's going to start turning the ball. There's going to be more home runs. He's going to be a guy that is consistently a big-time offensive player, and then it reverts. No, I'm not buying back into Bohm. Alec Bohm is what he is. He's obviously not as bad as he was in April. He's got too good of bat-to-ball skills to hit 100, right? Like, he's better than that.
Bat-to-balls.
He does have bat-to-ball skills. That he has. But he doesn't really have power. What, it was his 5th home run the other day? 6th home run, whatever we're at now, for the entire season. 3/4 of those are in minor league parks in Sacramento and in Tampa. I know he turned on one the other day, which was wonderful to see against a lefty. He hasn't done that much this year, but that was late in the game against a relief pitcher. Like I'm not going to do the thing where I start to believe in Alec Bohm. I remember last year, April and May, he was amazing, right? He had all those runs batted in. He was hitting 3 or 4. And I remember sitting here saying, I don't trust him in a big spot. And by the end of the year, the Phillies wanted him nowhere near a big game. They benched him in the playoffs. So I am happy he's hitting more, but buying back in, I just feel like you're setting yourself up to get let down again.
I'm somewhat buying back in.
See, you're a Bohm believer.
Well,
you always mention that All-Star game.
You want to be a Bohm
I know,
guy.
he does.
Well, because, listen, I understand that there was some petulantly child behavior not too long ago.
Just the other day.
Yeah, like all the time still.
Okay, but it's at a time we need him. I mean, so we got to give him. We got to support him.
Yeah, but you can need unreliable people.
No, you got to support him.
You don't have to.
Because we really do.
Here we go.
Because this is what we need.
Are you going to galvanize the fan base for a standing ovation for Alec Bohm?
Today? Probably not.
Alluding to it like maybe tomorrow? This is his...
Get back to Monday.
You know what it was? That was me buying time.
Yeah.
It was like when the kids, we say, huh?
Yeah, we stalling.
When you say, huh?
Yeah. What'd you say again?
You say, huh?
What was that?
This is his 6th year here. No, I'm not buying into this.
Because it's funny, when you asked the question, that's why I was like, huh? When you was like, hey, are you buying in? I was like, he's doing better.
Repeat that.
He's not doing awful anymore. Yeah. That's great.
Hey, he's hitting at the right time.
Nope.
This is what we needed.
How about the defense
I'm trying to be positive.
Well.
Trying to be positive.
Yeah.
Trying to be positive.
Deep down, you just want to hit us with, well, you made it the All-Star game last year. He was an All-Star.
Well, no, it's not
that.
It's what we always talk about here. And we talk about with our quarterback and we talk about with our baseball players. We need consistency, man.
Yeah.
We need some level of consistency. Now, I will say this. It's a little bit harder in baseball because it's more games.
Sure.
And you have to stay locked in a little more. I would feel better about Alec Bohm and saying that I believe in him if I didn't see all the temper tantrums still.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The mentality's not great.
Yeah.
And also, he's picked it up, but he still isn't doing what he. Last year was his best season. He had he had 15 home runs or so, and I don't ever think he's going to be a 20 home run guy, but he had a ton of doubles this year. The doubles aren't really there. He's picked up the home runs to a more respectable level with 6 now. But I mean, come
respectable 6 for
respectable
a 6'5".
Yeah, slap hitter. He's
a big dude.
He's got a 716 OPS.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It sounds kind of like you're not buying in.
No, I mean, if the question is, am I buying into this just being Alec Bohm? I've accepted that this is who Alec Bohm is for a while now. He's allergic to hitting in the clutch.
He said allergic.
I mean, he is.
Great. Allergic is crazy.
Well, but it's true. If he comes up and there's 2 guys on base, I am pretty much sitting there telling myself, this is a double play waiting to happen.
No question.
All the time. And that's, partially due to the fact that he looked like he can't run. I mean, he's terribly slow.
Yeah.
He's not a power hitter for as big as he is. Like I said, his OPS 716. But this is just what he is as a player. He's a 280 hitter. He'll probably go through another slump again. I never thought that he was a 180 hitter like he was earlier in the season.
He's too good for that, yeah.
Right. He's better than that. But is he a guy that I want hitting high up my lineup right now? No. I mean, we could absolutely be due for an upgrade there at that spot. And the temper tantrums thing, that's always going to piss me off. It doesn't feel like that's ever going to go away, no matter how much somebody tries to talk to him. I think with Hugh, what this is, why he's so hedgy on Alec Bohm, is because he likes the young Thundercats, and Bohm is just on the cusp of the daycare thing now. So he was very conflicted about it.
Well, it's
you want to be a Bohm guy. We all can feel it. Yeah,
I do, because he has the tools. When you talk about tools in the toolbox,
he was the third
tools.
pick in the draft for a reason. Yeah,
and you have to be I look at him he should be at least. I'm not saying as good as Bryce Harper, but trending in that direction. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be, every week when Bryce is out there, we have to depend on him and Schwarber to get things done. He should be a part of that group, in my opinion. He should be one of those guys that is a little bit more consistent than he has been the last 3 years I've been here.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's actually become pretty consistent at being what he is. He's never taken the jump, right? It's just
it looked like it was last year was the year.
Yeah.
And then, even before that, when it was him and Stott, they kind of carried the team a little bit when the offense was stagnant. It looked like he was trending in the right direction, and he just kind of, just kind of stayed there a little bit.
Yeah, if you look at his numbers overall, they from 2022 to 23 to 24, they upticked a tiny bit each year, right? And if that happened again this year, then you start to say, all right, this is kind of his prime. But then now this year, overall, they've gone backwards. I know it's been a nice month for him, and it's way better for the Phillies when he hits than when he doesn't. I can't get fooled again. The All-Star appearance last year, the Home Run Derby, the first half, it felt like we were getting the best version of whatever Alec Bohm is. I'm not getting fooled again. I don't trust him in a big spot. Kyle said it. He's probably going to slump again at some point. Let's hope we could ride this hot streak for a little while longer, but I'm not getting fooled. And if Hugh tells me one more time he made the All-Star game last year.
I mean, he did.
I don't care.
He's an All-Star. I mean,
he's a one-time All-Star.
I mean, but he's an All-Star nonetheless.
Oh,
I don't give a shit.
I know y'all.
You know how many players make the All-Star team in baseball with all the injury replacements? It's 50 a year.
I know, and I know everybody is represented. Every team is, I know, but he's
an All-Star.
Yeah,
Pat Neshek made the All-Star game once. Pat Neshek. I stunk out loud.